Hello guys and girls, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing film analysis on the film Trainspotting from 1996, directed by Danny Boyle. So initially, years ago, I wasn't into the film at all. This week I saw it and thought it was tremendous. I think it's Danny Boyle's finest hour to date. Most people involved in the film, from cast and crew, I think it's their finest hour also. It's cutting-edge British cinema that still kicks ass today. Kelly MacDonald made her debut in this film. In a general public poll, it was voted the greatest Scottish film ever in 2004. So, let's look at the synopsis. Principally, it's about heroin addicts. In Edinburgh, Scotland, you've got Ewan McGregor, Robert Carlyle, Johnny Lee Miller and Ewan Bremner are the key gang. This gang get up to skullduggery, and McGregor tries to go straight in the movie and get off heroin. Along the way, he fraternises McGregor's character with Kelly MacDonald. So, let's get to some scene analysis. The first scene I want to look at, Choose Life, the opening scene. Grimy Scotland contributes to the mise-en-scène big time. It represents the lives of these characters. There's an energetic opening, a visceral feel through Iggy Pop's Lust for Life. The editing is very frenetic, and the movement of the actors, it really picks up the pace. And there's a contrast from them running on the streets to them taking heroin in this apartment, McGregor, Lee Miller and Bremner. And I think that provides an interesting dichotomy. So there's this shot where McGregor is on the floor and the camera is panning over him and he's taking heroin. And I think the way it pans over McGregor's whole body, it's like this coffin. The camera is almost like projecting a coffin, like this heroin use is McGregor's coffin in this case. But then McGregor says he's through, he's off the skag. Saying he's through, which foreshadows what's going to happen later in the movie. Whereas Lee Miller and Bremner seem to be having a great time, using the drug. And that provides a contrast as well. Overall, great opening scene. Another scene I want to look at, the worst toilet in Scotland scene. So, extremes here too. Disgusting lavatory, of course, and then it cuts to Ewan McGregor going into the toilet, and it's almost a dreamlike sequence with the exquisite Deep Blue Day by Brian Eno from the album Apollo. I reviewed Apollo on my channel. You can see in my Woe Nelly review. I reviewed it. Feel free to check that out. And this scene showcases great music in Danny Boyle films. In fact, all the scenes I've chosen to look at have great songs in the scenes also. He knows how to pick a tune. So I also want to look at the ending. So McGregor has decided to take the money. They've done this drug deal, the gang, and McGregor has decided to take the money. He literally steps over Johnny Lee Miller in this apartment that they're in, hiding out, and he's figuratively stepping over his friends and screwing them over, if you like. Bremner lets McGregor leave. McGregor nods, and McGregor says, in voiceover, "Let's face it, I ripped them off, my so-called mates." To McGregor, his new ideas are more important than what's happened to him previously in the film and the drug taking. So Robert Carlyle has a tantrum while the others wait outside. There's a lovely shot of McGregor. This is shot in London. McGregor crossing a bridge, and the cinematography here is brilliant by Brian Tufano, and the cinematography throughout is brilliant. McGregor says in voiceover he's going straight and choosing life. And it's a lovely closing monologue, I think. And Underworld, Born Slippy, awesome. Such a tremendous song. So more details on the film. Pretty incredible. 1.5 million budget, that's pounds, and it made 48 million pounds back, which is certainly a big return. There's so many great scenes that I haven't mentioned, like Begbie's brawls and plenty of others too. The film is full of brilliant scenes. The soundtrack was a global phenomenon, featuring Brian Eno, Underworld and Iggy Pop. It captured Britain at that time very well, I think. And to conclude, I would say, regarding this film, started watching it years ago and wasn't into it at all. And time and place, I think, factors into these things. When I saw it, I was on the 21st of October this year. I watched it at midnight, and as soon as it was finished, I was watching Danny Boyle interviews and reading all sorts, listening to all sorts, listening to music from Danny Boyle's other films, and I find it very powerful, engaging, and cinematic. And I think it has a great message to the film of this character who goes through this arc. So thoroughly impressed by Trainspotting. And Danny Boyle is a marvellous director as well. With that, I will say thank you for watching. And feel free to like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, Letterboxd and Spotify. I'll put all the links below. With that, thank you for watching, guys and girls, and take it easy.